They definitely look like they're back to them old selves and potentially into that first spot here for all of China. Seriously, I think they are one of the better teams in not only China but the entire world. But unfortunately, right now, when things don't become international, LGD seems to be at their best. So we'll see.
Yeah, it feels like LGD have always been pretty good within China, though. Apart from like the start of the season, right? They've been ahead for a long time. Um, I'd be interested to see if they can pick this. Remember I said, does anybody play Nature's Prophet in China? And you were talking about
Mm-hmm.
how Chalice kind of does, right? I'd really
Yeah.
like to see him play at some point during this tournament because I'd like to see how LGD play around that hero and how they utilize it. But we shall see. I mean, they were looked really good on that Bristle yesterday as well, which I think is another one that they should look for Old 11 if Keen Gaming don't ban it out here. Grimstroke still in the pool.
So far.
Ember still in the
Ember,
pool.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other supports
There
as well.
goes the
Oracle's okay, so Grimstroke's banned out. Oracle's still in the pool as well. Lich still in the pool.
Another Coddle ban. And LGD were the ones who banned it too. I don't know Keen Gaming well enough to definitively say whether or not they play that Keeper of the Light, but they go into the Death Prophet first for Keen Gaming, and that is something that we have not seen able to escape the first phase of bans, and it's a completely different lineup from LGD. Earthshaker Venge, 2 stuns. I mean, and a hero in Venge that we don't see all that often.
Yeah, this Venge is an interesting one because I know I watched OG the other day. Mid one actually played this hero mid for OG, and he owned on it. And I actually think this hero has a lot more flex value than people realize. I actually think it's not a bad core at all. You can build like all these utility items. There's so many different builds you can go on that hero, like in terms of skill build, in terms of item build. I'm really glad they've picked this up. It can still always be a 5. It has a swap for save, but the flex value it gives you during the draft is awesome. And I think they could even play it 3 with the Shaker as the 4. There's a lot of different things they could do with this hero. Disruptor on Keen, okay. Not a massive fan. I'm not sure why they have to pick it there along with the DP, but I guess there aren't a huge amount of 5 heroes left in the pool. I would have really liked to have seen them pick up the Oracle. I feel like Oracle DP is like a really strong opener. I'm surprised they didn't go for that one.
It could still get banned, but it could still also get through. I mean, Disruptor could be a 4. They could go Oracle 5, right?
Yeah, they could. It just seems really silly that they didn't pick it up there. I would imagine LGD are probably going to ban it out in the second stage of bans here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who knows? What do they want to... Like, the thing is, like, you see the Shaker Engine, like, what do we ban? Like, is there anything we just hate?
Ban the Queen of Pain. That's certainly a different one.
Okay.
I wonder if LGD feel confident to like experiment against the lineup like Keen Gaming. They go Enigma, and well, here we go. I mean, that should be Old 11's hero, right? And then Earthshaker should be the FY hero.
We saw LGD play this. Was it yesterday though? Yeah, and they just picked Rubik. LGD know exactly what they want. Yes.
Yeah, there's that Nature's Prophet for Chalice, and that was the Enigma game, and we saw them lose. And Nature's Prophet immediately, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's Chalice. I will say, I could see LGD throwing Venge in the core and going 5 position Nature's Prophet.
Mm-hmm.
It was very popular in China. Like, I wouldn't be too surprised.
They could also still put the Shaker 3, Enigma 4. Like, there's loads of things they can do.
This is pretty versatile. Yeah, this feels like an LGD. We have that much confidence. We're going to have fun with this lineup right now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Enigma decides to itemize as well. Like, I feel like he goes to like this Helm of Dom Greaves build this game and doesn't really focus on the Black Hole when he's playing against Enigma.
End up banning the Spectre.
But look at how much push they have early on now between the Venge, Enigma, and Nature's Prophet. Let's go Deucer, last pick for LGD. I called it yesterday. Didn't happen.
Is that fast enough for them? I want a fast all-in push.
Probably not, but Why not? Who knows?
Hmm.
They will want to pick a tempo core as their last hero. I just really want to see Adusa at some point, even though I don't think that hero is very good at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's okay, but
Didn't we see SCCC play it?
I don't think we did we? Not this
I
tournament.
s- Was it not this tournament?
Maybe you cast it without me on the first day. In which case, I'd be really
Uh,
mad.
You'd think I'd be able to see my screen with my glasses, but I still struggle to see.
I'd just be interested to see how Keen read this draft here, by the way, and what they decide that LGD want as their last pick. Because I see this as a Nature's Prophet core that ups the tempo of the game, Enigma 3, Shaker 4, and then Venge either mid or 5. I think it's more likely to be Venge 5. So they ban up the Ember, that core that can just fight all the time. I like the look of Monkey King here for LGD as well. I think it seems decent. Works well with the Enigma in the black hole with the team fight too.
Could be high tempo.
Yeah. Yeah, and like it fits the whole thing of what they want to do with their lineup. They might pick something that takes Roche a little bit better, maybe like a TA or something as well. Might be okay. Like there's no cooldowns to wait for. You just run around, you kill people. You find somebody under a trap, Nature's Prophet TP's in. They need
I'm
some.
really excited for this.
I assume it's DP mid as well, so they're probably looking for a safe laner. Okay. If they play from ahead, this Keen Gaming lineup is actually pretty good. If they have Disruptor, they have Ursa, they can play around the DP Exorcism to push. I think if they start to fall behind, though, like if this Ursa doesn't have a good start to the game, I think they're going to absolutely run over. Yeah, and there's the Roche taking hero as well. Okay. I like this. It's actually Somnus playing the Nature's Prophet mid as well.
Man, disappointing. I wanted the Venge 1, of course. But yeah, seriously, they've got the Troll Chalice, the Somnus Nature's Prophet, Old 11 on the offlane, Enigma, FR on the Earthshaker, which I almost want to say LGD played the Earthshaker earlier, too.
Yes, they did. They looked really good on
Against
it as well.
Royal Never Give Up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in that third game. They won in 25 minutes.
I think it's a decent troll game. It's not amazing. Like they have the disarm on the Pango. They have the silence on the DP, which is quite nice, but overall in the game, it feels pretty good. Like especially when he gets a BKB online, there isn't really much to be scared of here as the troll. And it feels like a hero that Chalice is relatively comfortable on. I want to see how Old 11 plays this game as well, what kind of items he builds. But yeah, most importantly for me, I really wanted to see how they use this Nature's Prophet. And I said it at the start of the draft before we saw, because we've talked about LGD being able to up the tempos of games really quickly before. So I'm hoping we don't see what we saw from them with the Enigma yesterday, where they go like this Blink BKB and they look really scared to fight all the time. I want them to be, really gung-ho today. So let's hope for the best.
I mean, I think their draft plays both sides of the coin here. It plays that maybe slow, high cooldown kind of game, but at the same time, it doesn't. You've got the troll who can fight eventually with Nature's Prophet, who's going to be dealing a lot of damage as well. With a good start, Fissure can come in. Like you're not relying heavily on the Echo Slam, and you'll have Magic Missile and the Vengeance Tour and the minus armor early on from X Nova with the Wave of Terror. Like there's definitely both aspects here for LGD, right?
Yeah, true. I just want to point out they smoked early as well here to try and get some vision out on LGD.
Oh boy. Spots the Disruptor. Not that he wouldn't be spotted by that tree in any way.
Where's X Nova putting his sword down? Okay. Fair enough, but it is going to get spotted here by the Observer. Yeah, they see this team walking in. Or walking out, sorry. I mean, so they will be thinking, okay, well, where have they put the ward down on LGD's side? And do you remember we talked about how this ward's getting really popular? I'd be very surprised if it didn't get found out at all.
30 seconds to battle.
Was it LGD who placed it when we mentioned it yesterday too? I think it was.
Yes, I think so. But I think they were on Radiant right at that time. Also, FY and the Shaker got a 4-man slam yesterday, right? I'm pretty sure at one point.
Yeah.
So, hoping for more big things from him today.
Yes.
I think that Echo Slam also won them the game, right?
I think so, yeah.
if I recall correctly.
The battle begins.
So what's the build here for X Nova sitting here with Chalice? Is it early into the Wave of Terror?
Against Pango Rubik, yeah, I think you go like 1-4-4 overall in the game, but in terms of early on, he'll probably go like 1-3-1 with the Wave of Terror at level 1 at least. That's what I'd assume, but we'll see.
Fissure block. Eidolons don't have a mind of their own, so they get controlled around it. Gets those early hits with the Eidolons too, so should split in a second, right? Actually, just giving away gold here.
Yeah, Somnus has started really well mid too. By the way, he's got, he's missed one deny, but apart from that, he's hit everything. So really well played for him.
So 5-2 so far. Speaking of this Keen Gaming side, and I haven't really talked about it too much. All I said was it was their old Keen Gaming Luminous roster that kind of got the upgrade. That means they got rid of Yi, and Kama doesn't play for them anymore, and Tian Ming's no longer here, but this is their Keen Gaming Luminous roster basically, and I've kind of watched Erica and I've kind of watched Blood recently. They've played for Keen Gaming Luminous for the better part of 2.5 years basically. I mean, it's been a long time for the two of them, and I think Erica is probably, to me, the best player that came with this Keen Gaming Luminous roster.
Right, okay.
And that was his only team. That was his first team. He's been with Keen the entire time, so it's cool to see him finally get a chance at the top spot. And against these teams, too, because when you're on Keen Gaming Luminous, he wasn't exactly getting proper training against, top teams or anything. Top disarm onto the troll. YDS is low. He's on the run. X Nova, he does have the stun in just 2 seconds. And with the Wave of Terror, actually, he'll get the kill and he'll throw the stun in the Xiaofu. They get the root and they get the kill. Woo, mama. LGD coming in fast and swift up top.
This is the point where I really miss high fives being in the game. You get that double kill, they start to walk off into the distance. You're like, oh, come on. I want to see a nice little high five.
They'll be back soon. Battle Pass in the next few weeks.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
This mid lane, by the way, Somnus is doing pretty well. I mean, half of his denies or so are probably trees, but even so.
Urshot forward from Erica. Doing a good amount of damage on old 11.
FY got Fantasy's courier there. So that's the boots for the Disruptor, but this passive laning stage in the bot lane goes really well for the Enigma, obviously. Like, he's getting solo XP here as well, pretty much. Actually, I don't know, FY's taking more than I thought he would.
Take a look over towards top once again. X Nova. Level 3. Trying to see what he's going to go for. If it's not, maybe that second level in the Wave of Terror. Would he go at this point a 1-1-1 to start? He's actually going to use the wave to stack.
I mean, you could. I think you'd pick a second point in Wave of Terror, personally, but...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He just secures the 4-minute rune on X Nova. Asks Chalice... Oh, sorry, maybe if he wants it, but says no. And I think Rubik might be in trouble here. He has a Mango on the bench.
This could be a problem. That's that level 2, the Wave of Terror, so already into that minus armor being quite impactful. One more shot comes in. X Nova is actually the one who gets the kill, so he's got 2 so far. And it's a great job in the top lane here for Chalice and X Nova.
Look how many denies and Nature's Prophet and the Enigma have between them. Jeez. Obviously, they both have summons, so it's difficult to know which ones are real and which ones are like just summon denies. But Fantasy on this, I think he's just He got the last hit on the creep, but I think he's paid for it with his life.
Ooh, Somnus comes bottom too.
Yeah,
Looks over at Erica, and I think it's just them wanting to pressure this lane. Look at the Eidolons and the treants that they've got to do so.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the Ursa's supposed to do here as well, because the catapult wave's coming in now as well. And it's going to be a little way off, but they have a lot of summons, like you say, and I really like this TP by Rubik with the Fade Bolt. I think it's so important here. But Somnus is just going to go waddle back to mid lane by the looks of it. At least they did force the Rubik TP, so Chalice's lane going to be opened up a little bit here.
Midnight Pulse is down. Somnus heads back to lane, so doesn't stick around completely at Fly though. With the secondary hero of YDS, can they get any kills here for the side of Keen Gaming? A lot of damage being done to Erica, so that sends him away. Fable was used, Old 11 backs off. Totem hit onto YDS, trying to get some body blocks to allow those Eidolons to hit. And now a lot of damage being done with the Wrath of Nature coming through. Erica hit with the Malefice, and he's getting low. But Somnus, where are you? Where are you with that?
That was
He's
so
under the
weird.
tower.
Yeah, like,
X-Nova's dead too.
Erica's dead though at the same time, but that was so weird. By maybe he like used Wrath of Nature and it looked really good, but he TP'd under the tier 1 tower when there was no creeps there, so he just started tanking it like straight away from the get-go. Don't know about that.
That is some poor positioning.
Rubik has a Sage's mask actually. What does he have coming out? It's boots, but
Go for the Necro 1.
that sounds like a big yikes. It's not like a Zeus who doesn't have any, like, who really needs the mana regen.
Trying to clean up some Eidolons. They do time out. They've got the fissure with the Malefice, but a lot of damage being done to Old 11 once again. And with one more shot from the Thunderstrike, they'll get the kill.
Maybe he's TPing in though. And he gets the kill and then gets glimpsed back mid. He's like, thanks very much. I'll
Free ride back home. FY though, he looks like he'll end up dead at the Thunderstrike as well. Double kill for Fantasy. I don't know if this is happening for you, but I have a courier in the front of my screen.
No. That sounds amazing though. Take a screenshot, please. Oh yeah, I see. Oh my god. Erica is going to go down though.
So Erica ends up dead. Old 11 gets the kill. They look over at Fantasy for a moment. YDS has been down here. That leaves, so far, the Pangolier by himself, and Chalice is starting to really harass him.
Yeah, he does have a ring of health though on the Pango, so like his ability to stay in lane is pretty good. And this DP with Exorcism wants to try and rotate to the top lane here. Use this Exorcism to try and push the tower, but one, it's without the catapult wave, and two, I don't know if they have the potential to do that here.
Regeneration.
Feels like a bit of a wasted rotation, to be honest.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe he's TPing bot lane. They're just going to try and secure this tower here. And Rubik is trying to hide. But FY, he senses the tingling, but I'm not sure he sees the Rubik here. Pango.
Fissure. Here we go. Telekinesis, Somnus, hit with the Rolling Thunder, and back and forth it goes. Wave of Terror comes in. Somnus taking a lot of damage. That's the second time he's died. Now they look to get the kill on a Fantasy, and you look at the Eidolon's damage coming through. Totem, Xiaofu, he might even suffer the same fate. But Swashbuckle and Ursa might show up to the fight and make this really difficult for the side of LGD. Erica coming forward, and they do have Black Hole if they want to go for this. But I don't know if it'll set up the right way with now Blood showing up to the fight. Old 11 ends up going down. X-Nova is going to be next as they've got themselves the Telekinesis and Magic Missile just to buy some time, but he'll end up falling anyway.
Oh my god, Ursa just nearly died to the Necro creep.
Radiant structures are
That
fortified.
was so close. But at the meantime, yeah, look what's happening top. Like, Somnus respawns, they go top. Yeah, just starts hitting away at the troll. Like, these fights are fine for Keen Gaming. They're not awful, but like having to bring every single hero to be able to win them. And in the meantime, Chalice is just free farming away in the top lane. And they're just like gaining so much map control because of this Nature's Prophet just taking towers really quickly. And he's actually going Diffusal first on Troll, which is super good here up against the DP and the Ursa. Like, if he can just burn through their mana pool quickly, they don't really do anything in a fight. Especially DP, I think, really struggles without the the ability to, you know, cast Spirit Siphons and things. And they're going to get 2 outposts on the LGD side as well.
And it's really going to slow down these supports.
Oh my god, the Black Hole bot gets cancelled by the Glimpse.
Oh,
but
gosh. And immediately Old 11, he's going to fall with that, but Blood taking a lot of damage. Oh boy, here comes Somnus, but Somnus again positioning a little bit off. It doesn't matter though, they get the kill on a Blood as well as YDS. They'll take out 2, they've got the swap on a Fantasy, so with the Magic Missile, that should be a 3rd, and it will be. This is all the while Chalice was stationed up towards top. He finally makes his way over mid. First time he's come away from that lane.
Yeah, these 2 points in Wave of Terror, along with the Blightstone and Prophet, are ripping through everybody at the moment. Like, DP doesn't have a huge amount of armor. It just makes them, you know, so they're almost at 0 armor for the whole fight, and it's horrible to play against. And I love the way that LGD are just commanding the map at the moment with this Prophet. Feels like they're everywhere. And they almost have that Vessel soon as well, so it's not even like DP can be feeling good about that.
So 3,000 net worth lead. Sitting just 1,150 gold away from that defusal. Vlad's first here for X Nova on this Venge, and it should be Blink Dagger now for the Earthshaker, and it will be. Actually, Earthshaker, FY's got less gold than X Nova.
Yeah, but that's because X Nova's been like everywhere. He's 2, 2, and 6 on X Nova. He's taken part in so many kills. This tends to happen on some Forshakers though, until they get given their lane where they can farm and just catch up. Like, they don't really do a huge amount. He has Echo, by the way, on FY.
And he will use it. With the Fissure, they'll get the kill here. And Spirit Vessel picking up a couple of charges there for the Nature's Prophet. He's got himself 4.
They're going to TP mid here. They really want the Rubik. He's just found a regen rune. He's like, oh, yes, nice regen. Oh, never mind.
Well, Samus isn't doing enough just yet, but he's going to get some help from Chalice. That Sprout was getting away Troll. And they get the kill on the Somnus, so YDS, yes, he ends up dead eventually to the Spirit Vessel, but a good job there, and I do believe that was...
Are they gonna
It's gotta be the Rubik's Sprout that pushed away the Troll, right?
I assume they're going to commit the Exorcism here as well, and yeah, it did. This is really good for King Gaming, actually. They can play around this Exorcism well.
Yeah, they don't have an Echo Slam, and, well, Black Hole's still on cooldown for another 45 seconds. They look over at X Nova with the Rolling Thunder coming in. They'll do the damage onto this Venge and get the kill. But coming around the back will be Chalice and Blood. Can he survive? Spirit Siphon enough! And the silence is out on a 3, but it's not going to keep him alive. They get the kill on a Blood. Now the Sprout locking up Fantasy. The damage is so heavy on him that they'll take out a second. They look over at Jiaofu. Chalice hoping for a net. Hit me up with the net. But the Malefice doing enough. They'll continue forward.
Him in. Oh, the Sprout actually blocked off all the Necro creeps. If he just sprouted in front of him instead of on top of him, I think they would have got the kill, but not sure if he would have had the range. Especially with Sprout being level 1, the cast range feels really sad. And now that King Gaming don't have Exorcism, you know, that was their team fight that they just used. So LGD, you know what they're going to be doing for the next, 2 minutes or so. Especially with the diffuser being up on the Troll now. This is go time. They have Black Hole up. King Gaming is still smoked here, actually.
Coming around the back on Old 11. Old 11 gets spotted, and Fantasy's got the glimpse, so you can't turn around and throw a Black Hole, which means Old 11 is dead, and so is Next Nova.
Yeah, it felt a little bit weird. I think you have to be slightly more patient there on LGD. Like, they were trying to get some deep vision down, ready for everybody to connect bot lane, but good smoke by King Gaming kind of catches them by surprise there. But again, like, they're bringing all their heroes down to be able to do that. So this Ursa's not really farming at all. He's actually going Vlad's first time, which he hasn't even finished yet. He's about 500 gold off. And this DP still hasn't finished her Yules at 14.5 minutes. It's not feeling good for her.
Maybe seems to be taking a little long.
Yeah, it's taking a while, but they are giving FY the space to farm now, at least to try and get that blink. You missed the last hit. That's unacceptable, FY. Come on.
Smoke, old 11. Erica gets spotted by a Treant, and let's see if they even need the black hole. They're going to throw the magic missile out. Old 11 again. They know that the glimpse is down. Midnight Pulse is used. They have the Malefice, but Erica able to jump away.
They want the DP, I think. They have swap, but if they can just get this tier 1, it will have been worth it for them still. Looks like they will.
Grab the tier 1 tower. Magic missile thrown at the troll.
Good silence.
And now the swap comes in. That's going to save the troll. The Rolling Thunder still comes forward. Static Storm. And, well, it looks like they'll get the kill on the Chalice, but they take out Blood. Looking over at YDS, the stolen swap won't keep him alive. Old 11 again.
Wrath of Nature.
Now looking for a potential black hole. Wrath of Nature was used and did quite a bit of damage to push back Keen Gaming.
Oh, it looked like he cast it, but it was, yeah, used before. It was actually him TPing, or like cancelling it. I'm an idiot. Don't worry, B-Cup. FY is so close to that Blink Dagger now as well after that fight. He's like 1,000 gold away or so, which doesn't take too long when you're being given this space at the moment. He finally has the Vlads on Ursa. Time to go. Wow. And it's that Treads Ursa build again, by the way.
X-Nova's got almost his Vlads as well. Kinetic Field, Old 11 moving forward.
Here comes
I feel like he's almost wanting to get the glimpse out, and now the glimpse was down onto Somnus.
Yo, this Ursa doesn't have a Quelling Blade. Buddy, you've got to see some Sproutezi videos, because that is very much necessary against the core Prophet. Yeah, he's just bought one. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The seeds of fortune.
Never mind.
Tune into the Russian stream to see them. Why is this
Flaming
guy
you
pinging
again.
items?
2 games in a row? God.
Who is this guy?
A gift from the goddess.
Almost Guardian Greaves here for Enigma. A good ways out, but you know, he's getting there.
Yeah, and Shaker's almost got Blink as well. Getting really close.
Dire's middle
300
tower is
gold.
under attack.
He's actually not too far off Greaves, to be fair. You're right. He's just picked up the mech, so decent timing for LGD, I think, playing around this Blink and the mech. I'd be surprised if they didn't try and smoke relatively soon with those.
Erica
And with
going
this-
for Roche.
We've been seeing a lot from LGD in these fights. They kind of, the only thing they're struggling with is to catch somebody initially in the first place, and hopefully with FY Shaker on, with the Blink, that should kind of ease things up a little bit for them.
Dire's top tower is under
And
attack.
he does have that Blink coming out now. Oh god, Ursa's getting slapped. He has Vlads, so should be able to take this Roche. And I'm surprised LGD aren't contesting at all. Maybe they didn't see his item build, but
Radiant
they've
structures
been
are
bamboozled.
fortified.
And are currently taking bot tier
Dire's
2.
middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
to be fair, they are taking a tier 2
Radiant's
tower.
bottom tower is under attack. Middle tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified.
I think LGD might just like keep prodding here to try and force TPs back.
They've got black hole.
Like they don't want to give anything away, but the best way by doing that is to try and force the DP to come back bot lane rather than let her carry on pushing.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I mean, you keep pushing, you
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and they're just gonna
make
back
them
off as
come
soon
back,
as-
and yeah, here they are.
They back off as soon as they see people TPing in. I think that's the right play. Profit with the Orchid now, by the way, as well. This DP and Ursa have to be so scared. Like, DP has Yules, so he can purge it off at least, and with the Plate Mail, he's pretty tanky now. But Ursa especially is really vulnerable to the Orchid. Pango as well.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Ursa's
Look over
gone in.
Fantasy. And he's gonna run forward. Old 11 again, looking for that black hole. It comes down to waiting out on that Rolling Thunder as well as the glimpse.
Oh,
But
this is so bad for King Gaming. They just pop absolutely everything, and LGD just kite them away. Like, they even get the D ward here, and now they're gonna have no spells. And LGD are just gonna like run at you now. Like, they have Aegis, which is fine, but without the Exorcism, King Gaming are so weak. Oh dear. And I wouldn't be surprised over the next couple of minutes or so to see LGD really pressure up the the map, but
They
also
found
increase
Erica.
their gold lead. Yeah, this is...
They've got
he
the
has
fissure
ages for
hitting
it.
out of the disruptor. Once the disruptor's dead, he's almost free to throw this black
Diffusal.
hole, especially knowing that the Rolling Thunder is down. They'll probably wait for it on the second life. That's a buyback that's very necessary here for the disruptor. They don't actually even get his first life out.
I have a challenge. Chalice started to instantly turn around there, and his team were like, no, 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 Chalice. Don't go, please.
They have the Blink Dagger on FY too. I'm not... I believe that was just delivered, yeah. So they don't even know he's got that yet.
Yeah, and Vengeful Spirit's going to have Vlad soon as well. Like, 500 gold or so off, which is going to be really useful for the troll in the fights. Like, his problem is sustaining through at the moment. He's struggling with a little bit because he has no lifesteal himself, but with the Vlads coming out on the Venge, that's going to feel real good. And I love how they're just giving X-Nova some farm space at the moment to get that.
Old 11 continuing to push in bottom. Let's see. So far, so good. It's just been, you know, methodical here from LGD. Nothing like crazy exciting here or there, but I mean, it's good Dota play all over.
Yeah, they're
So
playing.
it's been clean.
But if you look at the gold lead now, do you remember when I said they might amp up their gold lead really quickly? It's gone from 6k to 9k. Like, and this is the problem. If Keen Gaming don't have their spells, it's so difficult for them to ever really do anything on the map. They are, like you say, it's very methodical on LGD at the moment. And Old 11's actually looks like he wants to go Blink before finishing the Greaves.
He's only used that one black hole, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, if he catches the Rubik, like, or even just the DP during Exorcism, oh, troll.
Oh, Echo Slam onto Blood. They get the kill. The Rolling Thunder gets committed on this.
Oh,
Static
no,
Storm
they
is
missed
down,
the
but it doesn't
second.
catch Chalice. So another skill goes the way of the waste. And now Swashbuckle, but here comes Somnus, gets the silence onto the Rubik. Spirit Vessel's there. Erica in trouble, and they hit the fissure. They'll get the kill on a YDS. They look over for this Ursa. Old 11 again setting up like he
might
wants to
just pop
use that
black hole
black
there.
hole. Glimpse is on cooldown for 4 seconds, so they don't have anything to stop this. And down goes Erica. He's down for 45 seconds, doesn't have a buyback. Zhao Fu now needs to run the fissure. Hits, they get the kill on a fantasy. This really could just be GG called from Keen Gaming. And not much they can do to get LGD out of their base at this point.
Yeah, the problem is for Keen, like, they have to hit their spells perfectly every single time, otherwise the fights are just over. And like, DP just dies instantly, and then the Static Storm misses on the Troll. And unfortunately, yeah, the tempo of this game that they play with Nature's Prophet, I was so looking forward to seeing with it, and I'm really glad we finally actually, you know, got to, because it's been, you know, fantastic for Maybe. He made a couple of mistakes early on, but the whole concept of the hero is really strong.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So now after the tier 2 tower,
Radiant
the big things are down for a while. Echo Slam as well as the black hole, but top, well, they spot the Rubik and he'll be Somnus now dominating.
It's so easy though. Like, you just TP in Orchid and he doesn't have a play.
Radiant's middle tower has
He even has a Quelling Blade on the Rubik to try and escape the Sprout. Great Fisher by FY. And what was that swashbuckle?
It seemed like it went nowhere with the BKB
What?
now being popped by Chalice. He looks over as he gets the root out onto this Pangolier, doing enough damage to get the kill. Erica now silenced up as Somnus now focuses on a Blood. Great
What a
Sprout to
Sprout.
keep Death Prophet on the low ground near them, and they will... Oh, great Fissure from FY. It keeps Erica
swap as
close.
well.
Static Storm's okay, but I don't really think it's going to be enough. And with that, GG will be called by Keen Gaming.
Yeah, fantastic spell usage by LGD. Really good Fishers by FY, like you say as well, both of them. And they're going to try and kill the Rubik before the end. Yeah, they manage it. I mean, honestly, they just look like a completely different class, these teams. Like, LGD just look 100 times better. And, you know, we said coming into this series that Keen Gaming have to win at least one game to be able to go through to the playoffs. And after that performance, it was like they are going to need something crazy to happen in Game 2 to be able to make that happen.
It doesn't exactly look like it's going to be easy for them. I mean, you're playing against LGD, probably the best team in China right now, so it's certainly tough. And I mean, there's not much to say other than LGD just played as LGD, and King Gaming, there's